Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
May I have a word with you?
Certainly.
When will you be free?
Come by any time.
Shall I say around 10 o'clock?
Yes, I'll be waiting for you in my home by 10 o'clock.
This small town has many serious problems.
What's the cause?
The mayor and high officials practice cronyism, and a large number of guys who are good at nothing occupy many important positions.
I see why it lags behind other towns.
Thank you. You do me a big favor.
That was a cakewalk. It's nothing to speak of.
Irene, I heard you were on a date last night. So, how did it go? I want all the juicy details.
Well, actually, we had a fantastic time last night. He was amazing.
Okay, now you really have to fill me in. What's he like?
He's really good looking. He's quite tall, around 61. He's in his early 30s, and he's got the most beautiful dark brown eyes.
He sounds hot. What does he do for a living?
You know what? This is the best part. David is a junior investment banker at Fortune Bank, so he's got a great career path ahead of him.
Hold on a sec, his name is David?
Yeah?
That's my brother.
Hello. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nancy.
Nice to meet you. I am Simon. I don't think I've seen you around before.
No. I just started working here at IBM. I am in the sale department.
What do you do there?
I main market research, and you?
I've been worked IBM for years. I am vested personnel file system. He is the after-sales service director. He's such a nice boss. I like working for him.
Really? I don't believe I would met him. Is he here now?
Yes, that's him over there, the taller, handsome one. Would you let me introduce you?
Thanks. That would be lovely. You're right. He is kind and nice looking.
Which language do you speak?
Well, I studied French at school, but I've forgotten most of it. I learned some Russian while I was studying there, and now I study Spanish in evening classes. Do you speak Japanese at home with your parents?
Yes, I do. I'm learning Chinese now on the internet.
How do you find studying a language on the internet?
It's not easy, particularly with listening and speaking, because sometimes the connection isn't too good.
I bet you find the character difficult to write.
Actually, many of the characters are the same or very similar in both Chinese and Japanese, so they're easy for me.
So, you can read and write much better than you speak and understand other speakers, right?
Yes. How are the Spanish classes going?
In a way, it's similar to your experience of learning Chinese. Some Spanish words are very similar to English ones. But I need to practice listening to native speakers and saying the words myself.
So, did I tell you about my New Year's resolution? I've decided to go on a diet.
And you're going to completely transform your eating habits, right?
Exactly. I'm going to cut out all that junk I eat. No more chips, no more soda, no more fried food.
I've heard this one before.
But this time I'm going to stick to it. I really mean it. Trust me. Carol, I'm going to be a new man in 1 year's time.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Thanks, honey, that was a great meal. I'm stuffed. Do we have any chips left?
Would you mind if I use your tape recorder?
I don't mind. Go ahead.
I'll give it back to you in a couple of days.
Okay, you can keep it as long as you need.
Hi, Celia. How was your trip to the United States?
It was terrific. I really enjoyed it.
Great. How long were you away?
I was there for about 3 weeks.
That's a long time. Was the weather okay?
Yes, most of the time. But it snowed a lot in Chicago.
So, what was the best thing about your trip?
Oh, that's difficult to say. But I guess I liked Nashville the best.
You're a big fan of Andy Lau, aren't you?
Yes, I've got all his albums and most of his films on DVD. I adore him. He's my idol.
How come you don't have all of his films on DVD?
Some of his early films are hard to find nowadays, especially the ones where he only played a bit part.
I see. I'm sure you'll find them one day. I see you also have several posters of him.
Yes, these posters are new. I bought them last week and put them up on my bedroom walls yesterday.
Are you a member of his fan club?
I was, but then I discovered you can find out everything for free on the internet, so I'm not a member now.
Did you see the interview with Andy Lau in Cosmopolitan magazine last month?
Of course. I bought 2 copies.
2 copies? One to keep and one to cut the pictures out of, right? What did you do over the weekend?
I went a global warming rally in London. It was fantastic to be around so many people who care about the environment.
Do you think there's anything we can do to reverse the damage that's been done already?
It might not be possible to fix the problems that we've created for ourselves, but there are lots of things we can do to prevent more damages from happening.
Like what?
Well, we can use public transport instead of taking our cars for a start.
What else can we do to protect the environment?
If you do have to drive, you should make sure that your car runs on unleaded petrol. Also, your home should use sources of renewable energy.
How about recycling? Does that actually help?
Yes, you should take your glass, paper, plastic, cardboard, and tin cans to a recycling center.
What do you think is the biggest worry for our future?
I think that the issue of greatest concern is having enough sources of clean water for everyone.
I had no idea you were such an environmentalist before.
To be honest, in order for the Earth to continue to be a habitable place, we're all going to have to become more interested in the environment.
Thank you very much for your invitation.
It's a great honor to have you here, Mr. Brown.
I'd like to say goodbye to you.
I look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.
Are you sure you heard right?
Yes, he is running for class president.
I don't believe you.
Take my word for it.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.